Welcome to Sota on the Sofa, episode 2.
Let's smash it.
Basically, all you need to know is me.
Just know her. She's the plug. Literally the plug. You come with everyone.
I just have a really good black book of contacts, and I stay friends with them all, so it ends up being...
Your phone box, do you know how valuable that phone is?
I actually don't even think I transferred my network from Manchester to Dubai. I just always stay in contact with everyone that I've ever met, so the book just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and because I hold really good relationships with everyone that I meet, I feel like stayed in contact with all the people that I've ever had relationships with, and I kind of do them favours, they do me favours, and...
You build from that though, because off one person then you meet someone else, and like say like the people like Grace and all, like you've one person turns into five, and it's just because you've got such a good relationship with one or two, then that travels, everyone wants to meet you. It's
actually mad because like even Grace, for example, I met Grace when I worked for Spectrum, and I was trying to find a new person for a model, and at the time I think Grace had like 10k or something on her Instagram, and I said to my boss, like, I really, really want to use her for this shoot. I think she'll be gorgeous. I feel like her profile's going to be really big. And now she's got 1 million followers, and I still like would like when she last came here, I got her in here to like. So it's just like keeping in touch with people that you've always had relationships with, and
building on them. Like obviously when they come over and stuff to Dubai, you know, they'll contact you and be like, basically, where can I go? And you're a bit of a product developer concierge, really, aren't you?
I might as well. I might set up a concierge.
Gym,
Chloe's
shopping,
concierge,
beauty.
Yeah, I'm going to sack off product development and start doing a concierge system.
Yeah,
service system. I think that would be good.
Oh, massive! Like.
I just bring everyone in.
Yeah, without Chloe, we'd probably close down. No, really messing. I think we touched on this before when starting off in Dubai for myself. Again, I did a lot of work that was collaboration work, and obviously that built me credibility in my field, and met loads of people that way, influencers, celebrities, and then obviously that then coming into the salon was massive because people then were coming in here from holiday, like this was sort of their protocol, messaging us before they come. People wanting to use it for content, we get that so much, like because it is so aesthetically pleasing.
Aesthetic.
Thanks to me.
I mean, it wasn't going to be aesthetic with those mirrors that were half the size when you first...
No, we had made with the mirrors, but we got there. And I just think it's probably one of the best ways to build. You know, you can work so hard yourself, but having that support and that network and net worth of people around you.
I feel like networking for you has also got you to a point where you don't really take on new clients because you've built up such a big profile, such a big column now of all the clients. You have such regular clients that will only come to you.
Yeah.
And that's all from like how hard you used to work in the early days where you'd go and build your name out there so much, and you'd be doing colours and foils at 11 o'clock at night. So that's now built you to the point where you are now, where you literally, I mean, I can't even get my colour in with her.
No,
I have to bribe her.
But to be fair, that was the whole point as well of the salon, so that I get an hour of life to myself.
I mean, you don't even get an hour of life to yourself.
I don't, but I thought, you know what, like for me, it wasn't about building me anymore. I get the buzz from building the team. And for me, I'd pass probably 60% of my 60% of my clientele onto my team. I don't take new clients on. One, I can't, and two, it's not for me anymore. Like I want to build the brand and see the girls win as well with all the clientele. Put yourself out there.
I think my best bit of advice is like, once you stop worrying about what other people think of you, you actually will thrive so much more. Like I'm a really confident person in terms of like being able to go to like gyms and do whatever, and I understand that not everyone would put themselves out there like that, but I feel like once you stop worrying about what everyone thinks about you, then that's when you'll absolutely thrive, because when you're around the right people, no one would ever say anything negative about you. Like I honestly know that whatever room I'm in with the people that I'm around, if I leave that room, someone's not saying something negative about me, and if they are, it says more about them than it does about you.
100%.
And that's like my biggest thing. Like I used to really, really worry about, oh, what if people think I'm stupid, or what if people think that's silly, or what if I do this content and people think, what the fuck is she doing? But at the end of the day, I actually don't care now, because anyone that has anything negative to say about anyone says more about them than what it does about them.
They're not in the group.
Than you. And they're not in the circle, because anyone that's really happy and trying to build and motivate isn't slagging other people off, and they're not pulling other people down, because that's not how you build, that's not how you get better, and that's not how you be a better person.
You build others and you build yourself.
100%.
That's the best way. And then everyone's winning, and you can tell when you're in a group like that, whether it is like, again, that'll, you know, go on to what we're doing at the minute with collaborations and stuff, but you see people change and it becomes addictive. When you're giving out so much positivity, there'll be people that come into that and there'll be people that just drift off.
Yeah.
Because the people that are down there with their energy or, you know, their feels or the negativity, they can't be around that. When you're firing at the top off all cylinders, certain people can't be there. They're happier when you're down. So it's about keeping your circles tight, your circles small, you know, being picky, protect your energy, and just
not bothering about what anybody else thinks of you, because the people that are literally that, like, no fucks given. The people that are your people are not talking about you behind your back. Facts. Period. Done. Over and out.
Done. Shred fast.
Yeah. I mean, she's plugging my thing here. No, I'll be honest, right? I honestly think when you put yourself in motivational surroundings, like, one of the things about this salon that I love is that everyone is so welcoming, and like, I've managed to fucking swindle myself an office in this salon because I love being around these people so much, because they're all such high energy, and I feel like putting yourself into environments like that, like, I've got certain friends that I love doing different things with, but like, a lot of my mates wouldn't invite me on like nights out partying because they know that that's probably not really what I want to do. Whereas my mates will message me saying, do you want to go for a walk, or should we go and do a gym session, or should we do these things? Like, it's just about finding the people that aren't bothered when you're not turning up to everything. Like, I just put myself in situations now where I'm just really content and happy, and I don't want mates anymore that are fuming if you're not drinking on a weekend, or like, that's where I place myself. I also love spending time at like the gym thing. I've got all the girls on Shredfast now. I saw it on one of my friends' Instagrams, so I thought, oh, I'm going to try it there, it looks good. Went to one class. I have not missed a day since that. We've done the corporate events, like the whole
ask
team.
Her to do the demonstrations now in the class because she's there like double and
I should work for Shredfast. If I was a Scouser, I'd be applying. But yeah, no, I just think putting yourself in environments where people's energy is the same, like, and if there's somebody that's not for you, that's fine. Like, if there's someone that doesn't match your energy, or someone that, like, there'll be so many people in the world that think I am too much. I am so fucking loud. I'm the Duracell bunny. I did 2 classes this morning and was still fucking bouncing out of the class. People must think, honestly, she is a lot, but the people that think I'm a lot are not my people. Do you know what I mean? And the people that think I'm like high energy and love being around me are the people that should be around me. And like, not everyone's going to be for everyone, and that's fine.
Shredfast, perfect. You'd never take Chloe to a library.
You'd never take Chloe to a library. She'd
literally get barred. Can you imagine? I'm here. What book are we reading?
I don't think I'd take you to a library either, to be fair.
No. But I think that's right what you said. Like, you don't have to have one group either.
No.
You've got friends that like to do different things, and you can just sort of dip in and out of everyone, and it's just nice. Like, we're not in school.
And this is the thing, like, the older you get, I feel like you do get more of this whole, like, I used to, when I was younger, get the worst FOMO if any of my friends were together and all doing something, and I used to feel really left out. I can honestly tell you, I couldn't give a flying fuck if everyone was doing stuff now, because I'm obviously doing something else, or else I'd be going. Like, it's not a big deal if you're not missing out on things, and protecting your energy when you feel a certain type of way, or you're not feeling like you want to go to that event, or you're not feeling like you want to do that gym session, or whatever it is. I just don't get FOMO anymore. I'm just so...
This is the girl that came to Shredfast 8 hours off a drip, an IV drip.
Felt good as new, actually. No, that's one thing I do get FOMO over, actually, because I just lied. I don't get FOMO over like nights out and like anything past like 11 p.m. I'm not interested. I'll be asleep, so I also don't care what you're doing past that time. The Shredfast thing, I'd got all the girls to come and try one before we did the corporate event. And I'd ended up in hospital the day before with a virus. So the girl put me on like, the doctor, put me on 5 drips. I was in there for like 5 hours. I thought, well, this is very dramatic, but trust me, I woke up the next day feeling brand new. Ended up at Shredfast and they were like, weren't you in hospital yesterday? I was like, yeah, but I didn't want to miss out. That I get FOMO over, because the buzz that you get when you leave that room,
it's fire.
If you've not tried a Shredfast, everyone get on it. My code's ChloeMac20.
I do believe it's like choosing your circles well for growth. It does matter what room you're putting yourself in, and I think it's about being in a room where as well that people are doing better. Like,
Agreed.
you can still be in the room where everyone's smashing it, but you got to pick your rooms. Like, I'm not going to go and sit with people that are just out on the piss and brunching every weekend, because no disrespect, that isn't going to give me success.
Yeah.
I'm going to be on a downer for 3 days. I'm not going to be firing on full cylinders. And then when I get back to it, I've probably got one good day of work inside me and effort, and it's just not going to work. So there's people that like that, and that's fine. But to be successful and have your
firing off all cylinders, that's what I love.
Getting up at 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. to go to classes to clear your mindset, clear the cobwebs, while people are getting in. Which one's going to win, really?
I actually feel like here is really easy to sitting at tables where people are better than you is easy to do here, because there's so many people that are so successful in so many different ways. Like, we've got so many friends that are like young entrepreneurs that are like building businesses and like at points where they want to just grow, and I feel like it's really easy to put yourself in loads of different circles. So yeah, I think that's how we grow. Get circling round.
Community is massive. It's about, obviously, growing your team, keeping them strong, keeping their mindsets fresh, and everyone comes together, so everyone's like buzzing. So for me, it's not just a salon, it's always been a brand, the community that we're growing. Like, everyone comes in, give a little back, same to the team, and that pays off in so many ways. New friendships, new circles, and it's just
goes back to the circle thing.
Yeah, it goes back to your
being around like-minded people.
And
also, you want your team to be on like high vibes and good energy. Like, it's not like all we do is fitness stuff. You take them to different nights out or days out or whatever. It's just to bring the team, and with the gym ones particularly, it was about bringing also clients to be involved, so it could build better relationships with clients and make them feel really comfortable with the team, and just like create more of like an atmosphere.
It's authentic. Like, we're all being our genuine, authentic selves. Like, we're not on the shop floor. We're being us. We're all like dining in the gym class together. Dubai is one of the best places for health, wealth. It's like everything in one. So there's a huge fitness community here, and I think for me it was about building it not just with one. Like, we've partnered up with Shredfast now, which are absolutely insane. I don't think we'll ever drop that, because I'm hooked and obsessed. And it's lovely because
Shredfast forever, pass it on.
It's lovely because a lot of the girls here that maybe were more into the brunching or not really feeling like they could even be bothered doing fitness, half of them now on days that I don't even know are getting up at 5 o'clock and going to the fitness classes together, and everyone's just buzzing. Everyone's like, yeah, can't wait. It's giving real team morale. We all feel so strong.
And actually, the ones that thought they were going to hate it the most are actually the ones that really enjoyed it.
Yeah. And, we're bringing partners, we're bringing clients, different clients every single time. Community is massive, and we've got not just Shredfast, we have got 2 new ones that are about to launch, which is very exciting. We've just finalised now paddle for the girls with which is going to be insane, tournaments galore. That's something we'll be starting in April. And then we're just finalising now with Sean Clancy. Yeah, we're going to be getting everyone on the circuits, the high rocks, and for me now moving forward with the salon, it's just going to be a case of giving back to the team, giving back to the clients, because the team work better. It's mindset. They feel stronger in themselves, they feel clearer in their mind, they come in and honestly, they smash the day. It's so different in the space of a month.
The energy's just higher, even higher than what it already was.
And they are firing, and I'm just dead proud that everyone's getting involved as well.
Because I feel like people buy people. So that's personal branding is technically, if you're, for example, any big brand, the majority of people follow the owner of the big brand. So like, I think it's really important to have such a real strong personal presence, because people are really interested. For example, even with like P. Louise, everyone loves Paige because she's the brand. Her personal brand is so strong. I'm trying to think of some others that might, like Manière Devoir, Reese Wabara. Like, everyone follows the person, and the personal brand behind the big brand makes everyone so interested in what's going on, and following someone's process and their life and all that sort of stuff. I think it's really important, and people buy off people. Like, people like to know what you're doing, what's behind the scenes, what are the struggles, what's real in real life. Not everything is so polished and shiny all the time in business. Some days are really fucking shit. Like, really some days are really hard, really stressful. And I think that's good to show as well. Like, not everything has to be so polished. Sometimes it can be
people are nosy as well, and they want to like dip in and dip out of people's lives.
Yeah,
And it's like, even like, say for example, on like TV shows like Corrie and EastEnders, you think you know that character and you think you know that person.
Yeah.
So I feel like with your personal branding, you're showing off the authentic you as well, and like the genuine side of you. So it can go both ways. If you're not a very liked person, then it could be detrimental as such.
But then I also feel like if you're not a very liked person, there will still be people that
nosy
like that
in for the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
because
and everyone likes different people. Not like I use
true.
Paige a lot as an example. Not everyone loves Paige. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people, like when I used to work for her, I used to be sad at the amount of hate she used to get. But also, she's really successful, and people. There's so many people that do love her, and she's probably not everyone's cup of tea. As am I. I'm also not everyone's cup of tea. But I think picking, like, doing your personal brand of what's real to you is then going to build your business even further because people are so interested.
Yeah, so personal branding is so important because it doesn't mean you have to have millions of followers. It's about growing a community, doing your fitness, doing your health, doing your wealth, like,
and explaining what you do as a person.
Yeah, exactly. Like, showing about.
And also, everybody starts somewhere. So even if you don't have 1 million followers, start in the process of how you work within business, with how your life looks, what you do socially, what you do fitness-wise, what you eat in a day. I love watching what people eat in a day, by the way.
That's
I'm
really
obsessed. Weird. No, like fitness people that are like, what I eat in a day to get abs. I'm like, hun, where are my abs? But you know what I mean? All that sort of stuff. That's their personal brand because they're showing you every day. Like, it can start off being so small, and that's what grows you as a person, and what grows your clients, and what grows your business overall.
Definitely, yeah. It is. It's so important, and I didn't realise the importance of it, like in my last salon. Until this salon, really, because it's the way of the world now. Like, you've got to create a personal brand for growth, and like you said, it isn't just about pictures of you.
Another one that's really good that I'm obsessed with. I was actually speaking to her this morning. It's just triggered back in my head. Laura Lulabells. I love Lulabells, but I honestly have been so obsessed with Laura for like 10 years. Like the way she's built her personal brand. And she actually isn't really active all the time. She was saying this morning she's had her head in spreadsheets for God knows how long. And she's like, but the way that she builds her personal brand, I love watching her content so much because it's so inspiring and it just gives you a little slice of what she's doing, and it's just nice to watch and nice to get an overall of what she does on a day to day.
And it shows you how they got there and how they're achieving and what they do, their routine, their structure.
Yeah,
it's the journey. So having influencers and celebrities within the salon is just incredible because, again, it gives you credibility. You're not only getting, the views from people watching us, but the views from them.
Also attracts more people because if someone's seeing it off someone else's page, then they're more likely to come in. It's like a referral thing, isn't it?
I feel like it definitely gives more credibility, and obviously the people that are watching those guys, they think, wow, well, if they're going there, then it must be an amazing place. And, a lot of them will come frequently now. So it gives us a lot of strength in how we grow, and build our client base. Yeah, I love that as well,
because when we get certain influencers or whatever in, every time they then come, even if they don't live here, whenever they come back to Dubai, they always message and say, can I come in? And
they literally text and say, I'll be back next week, can you fit me in? And it's always the case when we've had someone in, we literally get an influx as well on Instagram or whatever, saying, guys, we've seen so-and-so there, can we come in? So it's massive. I think it's a trust thing as well, that people like to watch those celebrities or, those influencers, and if they trust that they're going there, then...
And also, I think if there's someone that you really like on socials and you see that they go somewhere, it's just natural to want to go. Like, even people that, like, with the whole gym thing, like, I've seen someone that I like, or I like how she trains, or I like how her body is, or whatever, and then I want to go there because you've seen it and you're like, oh, that's inspiring, I'm going to go there. It's just the same with that kind of thing. It's like a knock-on effect, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is there pressure to live an Instagram-worthy lifestyle in Dubai? No.
Absolutely not. No.
I get about in gym kit most of the time. This is fake.
I have less colour, no makeup, never any eyelashes because I can never get fit in. I'm literally...
I went to salon, can't get an appointment.
Everyone said when I moved here, oh my God, it's Dubai, you're going to look amazing 24/7. I came, I lived in Andy's oversized tees, gym stuff, no makeup. I never had a tan because I never had the tan sunbathe, and I've now gone to wearing fake tan. So I feel like there's no pressure. The majority of people are the same. We all float about in gym wear. Yeah. It's so fast paced. You're in, you're out, you're everywhere. And it's actually no one's really bothered. Everyone's
they're
on their
not.
own hustle, so there isn't the
absolutely not.
pressure. I think when you're not in Dubai looking in, you think there's a pressure, but when you come here, it's so easy, welcoming, everyone's doing their own thing, fitness is massive here, like,
But I also maybe think that people think it looks a certain type of way because of what they see on socials.
Yeah.
But obviously everyone knows that socials is the best of everything. Like, I would post something on socials that I've got makeup on, or I'm ready, or
when
I'm out or whatever.
Yeah.
I get about with a hair mask on my hair 6 days a week that has got dried sweat into my head, in gym stuff with no makeup on. Like, that's just, when you're on the hustle, you're not getting glam every single day. You're just focusing on getting done what you need to do. So I feel like, although Dubai probably does look a really glam place to be, I feel like everywhere could look like that if you look through the Instagram lens, basically, of thinking, oh yeah, everything looks so polished and finished. Yeah, of course
it's
it does.
photogenic anyway. Like, everyone takes the pictures of, all the gorgeous places, the beaches, the birds, and it does obviously look really fancy. But I don't think when you live here, there isn't much pressure.
No, it's honestly,
I
honestly think it is the best place ever to move and just feel like easy. I think it's easy to make friends. I think it's easy to be comfortable. I think you can there's so many different ethnicities that live here. Like, it's such a multicultural place.
There's something for everyone.
For everyone,
literally.
yeah.
Fuck it, book it.
Fuck it, book it.
Book it. I think people get lost in the light to Dubai, and I think you have to be a certain type of person you have to be disciplined. I think you can get excited by a lot of the party inside and stuff like that, whereas
I think you can tell the people that do that though, because they don't last.
They don't last.
You can't last living a life that you can't keep up to.
Yeah, like
anywhere in the world,
rich,
whether that be Dubai or anywhere else. Like, even if you move to Vegas and you were partying every night, you're not gonna like.
It's not sustainable.
It's not. You could come for a small period of time and live that lifestyle and it all be fun and whatever, but that's not real life.
People are
anywhere.
landing here, they're getting a job, they're renting Lamborghinis to drive to Feb 30, and then their mum's paying the rent, and it's like, that isn't sustainable. But they're acting like they're balling, and at the end of the day, they don't last.
Very common. Every other car.
Skirt.
G-Wagon.
G-Wagon.
And I'm still going to get one. I don't even care. Everyone's like, you can't get a G-Wagon now. Everyone has one. I'm like, no, I've wanted a G-Wagon since I was about 8. I'm not cutting it off just because everyone has one. That's like, at some point, I'm going to get myself a G-Wagon. Maybe I won't like it after, but everyone's like, the shit to drive, the this, the that. I don't care. It's been on my goal vision board for a long time.
ADHD Annie over here is like, I will have it. I think Rolls Royce, Ferrari.
Yeah. There's a lot of supercars. But there's also a lot of successful people. So it's relative, isn't it? Like, there's a lot of successful people that have a lot of nice things. So
they've worked hard and they want to enjoy it.
And it's the best place and also there's a lot of car rental companies. So if you want to spend your week's wage on driving about a Lambo.
Chloe Mac Rentals.
I'm going to put that on the concierge.
Yeah, Dubai is a vision board. Literally. It is a real vision board. So you see so many amazing things, whether it is, subconsciously you probably don't realise it, but the cars, the places, the things that you can build your community, living life on a beach, lunches outside in the sunshine, like people wearing amazing clothes, unreal bags, shoes, everything is very visual. So naturally, even when you're smashing it, you still don't feel it's enough because in your mind you're like, the next person's got that or doing that.
I honestly think a lot of people might feel like that, as in like, but the opposite way for me. Like, obviously I really like nice things as well, and I like to be able to work towards things and whatever else, but that doesn't make me feel a type of way. That makes me want to strive to be able to get those things and work
goals,
harder.
Isn't it?
It's like,
it makes you create more goals.
Yeah, and every day you see things that are like you said, it is like a life-size vision board, isn't it? Of all these amazing things where like you spend every day waking up in the sun. Yeah. That's on a lot of people's vision board, that they want to do something like that they can, I don't know.
Time freedom.
Time freedom. They can go on staycays to amazing places on the weekends. Things like that are just all very tangible here, but also I think it strives, depending on how your mindset is, and I think a lot of people are so happy here because build such a happy lifestyle. It makes it tangible to be able to get, and it's reminding you every day of what you want to strive for.
Because it's in your face constantly. It's like manifestation, law of attraction. When you're seeing it, repeating it, feeling it, it happens. And I think when you're in it, like you are in Dubai, it's so eye-catching, it's so amazing in so many ways, and you're a part of that. So without even knowing it, you're taking the steps and you're building yourself and your businesses and X, Y, Z, and you will get there. I think it keeps you striving. I think
it's mindset that. Yeah. It depends how you're sitting on the thing. Yeah, because that could be really damaging to someone that isn't. It could be a damaging side of thing if you're consistently competing with other people, whereas because we're not like that, we're not competing with them, we're trying to strive for more.
Strive for more, but I think it also depends on what you determine as success.
Yeah, it does.
So like your success and my success would be like, you know, health, happiness, time freedom, to have time management, you know, like
cheeky
family, cheeky G-Wagon, you know, like that success to be able to enjoy life and live in the moment.
Yeah,
agreed. And have time for yourself as well. Whereas others might be a set of money in the bank and 7 cars on the drive and that exact house. Whereas it's appreciating where you're at and then looking at where you'd like to go next. And I think too many people get lost in, I'm not where I should be, and not enjoying the journey.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think success is like measured in so many different ways by each individual.
And also people should start measuring smaller successes and celebrate all the wins. Like you don't have to just only celebrate the win that's right at the top. You could celebrate every little thing that's come along, signing a new client, meeting a new friend, going to a new gym class. Like all of these different things are wins that you've done in the day. Like you don't need to, it doesn't need to be, unless I hit this, then I'm not going to ever celebrate it. Like celebrate everything along the way, because it's all part of the journey.
And that's why I think entrepreneurs in Dubai, it is an amazing place, because even the guys that say are at the top, there's still other people that they'll be inspired by that are definitely even more at the top than they are. It's an endless pit of just people absolutely smashing life.
Yeah, it is.
And it just depends. Everyone's smashing it at different levels. So it's just how you measure success for you.
I always feel like with the whole journey, I always used to want to rush to the next thing, whereas I actually do really enjoy the process these days, which I never used to. It's something that I've got with age, I think, where like before you just wanted all of these things and you want them now, whereas like the journey is the best part of it, because you look back and you think at that point I had all these exciting clients that I was doing all this stuff with, and I was developing so many different products, and I've done this with this client or whatever. I just think the journey is the most important part, because one day you're going to look back and see what you've achieved over the time. You don't just want to achieve it all and then have nothing else to work towards. The journey is the best part.
It's the best part, and that's your story. Like that's how you got there, because without that, the journey, you wouldn't be where you are. So that's the most important part, and it's about enjoying it on the way, because no one's promised tomorrow.
No, literally.
And we're all like fighting to strive, do our best, be better, 7 days a week, 24/7 round the clock. But realistically, life's a gift, and you've just got to like enjoy it and smash it every day, and just thoroughly look back and think, that's what I did. Those twists and turns were for that reason, those highs and lows. It's not all like that. Success is like this.
And that's also a really good point, because you actually have to learn to appreciate the highs with the lows, because without having highs, without having lows, you wouldn't appreciate the highs.
100%.
And once you've had a low, then the highs feel so much better on the journey.
And so rewarding. Yeah. Because you've learned something and you've found a way around it, and then probably you sort of catapult up to the next level then.
I used to get into things in my head where when I'd like not failed, or I'd done something that had not quite worked out, or there was a problem with something that I didn't feel like I could sort out, like at the end of the day, nobody's died, and I do sort it out. Like
there's always a solution.
There's always a solution, and you'll always figure it out. So instead of taking so much pressure on myself to like, why can I not do this? This hasn't been done exactly how I needed, or I've missed a deadline slightly, or whatever. Like, yes, it's not ideal, but also it's a lot of things are out of my control within my job role. And I feel like actually just enjoying the process and saying, right, this is what's happened. Communication with people is key, and this is how I'm going to fix it, and just enjoying that process rather than just having constant stress, because otherwise you're never going to enjoy the ride.
In the meantime, coming to me and having a fucking meltdown on VNs for 16 minutes. But that's what we're there for. Real life.
I feel like my biggest challenge within business is probably anything to do with shipping. There's always a problem with shipping, and it's like something that's completely out of my control, but when you're trying to explain that to a client, it's really, really difficult. Shipping is the worst part of my job and has been for the whole time I've done this career. Even when I worked in big corporate companies, shipping was always a problem because you can't, whether you send it via air, whether you send it via boat, no matter whatever the situation, there's obviously natural disasters that happen sometimes. You have from putting it on that plane or putting it on that boat for it to arrive, you have no control over what happens in between. But when you're trying to explain that to a client who just wants their product there, it's really difficult. So that's my biggest problem. And I used to have like the worst stress about it constantly. Sleepless nights. There'd be times where I'd be up for almost a week trying to sort someone's shipment out that just is completely out of my control. Black Friday is always a nightmare because the flights and the boats are all so full to get the products here. But yeah, I just feel like I've learned over the years to just be able to process the fact and just tell clients in advance, like, if you haven't set your order off by this date, you are not getting it for Black Friday. And it's just like I said about communication. That's the worst part of the job for me. And if I could literally completely take it to someone else, I would do. But I just like to know where things are up to with every part of the process. But I think that's my biggest.
It's definitely your biggest when you say, oh my God, this client needs this week or next week, and then you're like, they can't even ship it till.
But there's so much other things that go in. Like, if the client says, right, I really want this product shipping, you've got so much that goes in between it. Paperwork, where it's flying from, the shipping agent collecting it, whether it's going door to door. There's so many little things that go into that. Before the products even got picked up, you could have had to do 10 lots of documentation. It's different with every shipping agent. Clients always want different quotes. Like, there's so much that goes into it, and they just think it's getting picked up by DHL or something. That's not how you ship big air shipments. So yeah, that's the biggest thing for me. If I could literally just stop it at that point, I would. No one's order's ever gone missing, as in like completely never turned up, but there's been delays on a lot of things. Yeah, on Black Friday is honestly the worst. I was ill all through Black Friday.
You
wasn't
were
I?
ill.
Black Friday,
Anxiety
Christmas,
levels.
like I was so anxious and like hepped up about it. But at the end of the day, there's actually nothing I can do. The order's been placed, the product's done. The formula's ready to go, everything's done. It's just either there's a delay on the collection, there's a delay on the delivery side. There's so many things that go into it. But yeah, it's really hard. And also, I am such a perfectionist. I want all my clients to be really happy. And when things don't run really smoothly, I take it personally because it's my business and I want the client to be happy.
It's your baby, so
yeah.
It is like...
So you take it personally, but then also you can't. Like, you've just got to understand that it's not possible to start taking things personally when business is business. And if there's something I could have done better, then I would always hold my hands up and say I could have done that better. But I know that I literally put myself on the line every time to make sure that everything is completely done as best it can be for everyone.
I'd say the biggest challenge probably for any company in our industry is most definitely finding the right staff. But then every salon is different. So we are top tier and do have the best of the best. And it's took a good 12 months to filter through the ones that want it and the ones that are winners and the ones that just sit and moan and dip in and out. And I feel like that has been the biggest challenge. I take everyone at face value. Obviously, you get CVs, we have a structure where it's minimum experience. We don't just take anyone at junior level, and people talk a good talk. So, as a salon, we push everything through for people the minute they arrive as fast as we physically can, with their visas, with their health insurance, so they're comfortable, they feel safe, they're set up with the bank. And then the people that, there's a pattern, so, you can tell. And then when they're dropping off after 8-10 weeks because, it's not for them. And SOTA isn't for everyone, which is absolutely fine. That's then a massive dent in the business, financial-wise, because you're pushing it for them and they're getting off and, you set up the visas, the health insurance, and people just think they can just come and go and like, well, I want to leave, I've got no money. Okay, fine, but we've just spent the best part of 10,000 dirham on you, to support you and grow you, and we're giving you 95%, you're giving 5% back, and you're getting off crying saying it's not working. Life doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
If you've given something 8 weeks or 10 weeks, then Jesus, like, I wouldn't be here now. I'm, nearly 40 this year. Beep that out. And if I was to sit back and go, it's not working, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, no,
so it's about choosing the right staff. And, you know, we all make mistakes. I've chose the wrong people and that's fine. I hold my hands up, like, at the end of the day. But now it is the A team and that is going to expand and it's still expanding because obviously we've got goals for expansion within the business this year. Lots of exciting things coming. But this team we have now is strong. The blueprint. It's like, this is what we will then develop in all the other locations. So these guys are gold dust. These are SOTA. And I'm so proud of them, but that has been the biggest challenge. And it'll probably still be a challenge, but you learn. You learn from things, you pick up on things. So I'm very, very stringent in who we take on board now.
Yeah.
And then, it pays off. Yeah, so we give them visas, health insurance. As soon as that's done, normally about 3 to 4 weeks, then they'll get the bank account. And they work on a commission basis, but we know 100% we give the best commission in Dubai, and we also give a growth structure as well. And I just feel like it's a win-win because the happier your staff are, you're gaining in every way. Yeah. So you cut someone short and they're giving you, you know, like 12 hours a day and their commissions are capped, and where's the incentive to want to work more? Yeah. These girls in here have all had their own businesses. They're all massively driven. The entrepreneurship it oozes out of them. And I just feel like if you cap it, how are we giving back to them? Like, if they're going to work, you know, 15 hours a day for 5 days of the week, then why shouldn't they earn more? Like, they're giving us so much of their time, so we want to give a bit back. 100%. Like, they deserve it. So we do the commission on a growth structure as well.
Keeps everyone happy.
It's amazing. Some of the, you know, salaries the girls take home. I'm like, lend us a tenner. Lend us a tenner. But no, it is staff. It's very challenging.